Picture this: Karen, a struggling young mom in Ohio, flips through yet another overdue bill. The mounting calls and that sinking feeling have become her daily soundtrack. But she's about to stumble onto a radically simple plan to claw her way out. $1, one cut, one committed step at a time. What if the secret to beating debt isn't about making more money? What if it's about ruining the myths that keep you buried? Most folks dodge the bills hoping the problem vanishes, but it doesn't. Getting honest with yourself is brutal, but the first key. Karen's wake-up moment hit when she found her pile of unopened bills shoved behind the cereal box, some 2 months overdue. No magic, no earn more fantasies, just facing those ugly numbers shifted her mindset. As the book narrates, naming debts and deadlines in cold detail stops denial from running the show. Think of debt like a leaky bucket you keep trying to fill with water. You can pour as much as you want, but without plugging the holes, unnecessary expenses, and reckless credit use, the water drains away faster than you pour in. This analogy in the book cuts through the fluff. You don't just add, you stop losing. When you grab your real debt figure with no sugarcoating, you reclaim control. Suddenly, those numbers aren't bogeymen. They're a map. The book shows how people like Karen switched from avoidance to action just by knowing what's owed, and to whom, turning victims into strategists overnight. A lot of people cringe at budgets, imagining rigid sacrifice. But budgeting's more like building a roadmap. You decide where your money takes you. Steve from Kansas City launched a garage sale marathon, turning decades of clutter into cold, hard cash to chip away at his credit cards. The book highlights how practical, creative moves like Steve's inject momentum. It's not about deprivation, but reimagining resources. Budgeting isn't a diet for your wallet, it's a narrative of your spending priorities. Like writing a story with your dollars, you cast yourself as the hero, choosing chapters of fun, saving, and essentials. The Complete Idiot's Guide shows you're scripting your future, not just cutting costs. Those daily lattes or impulse buys add up like surprise plot twists, often sabotaging your story. Meticulously tracking where every dime goes shines a light on invisible leaks, and catching these turns into new opportunities to rebuild faster than you imagined. Credit cards, convenient but dangerous traps. Strauss doesn't sugarcoat that the true freedom isn't maxing out limits, it's breaking chains you don't always see. Sandra's story comes from a mid-sized Ohio town where constant credit swipes built a fortress of debt she couldn't climb out of. The book shares her raw moments, late-night calls, maxed cards, frozen credit, showing the hidden cost beyond interest, emotional debt and stress. Credit cards are like invisible leashes, says Strauss, soft, easy to forget, but every swipe tugs tighter on your financial freedom. The book likens it to feeding a pet wolf. It looks calm and cute until it grows wild. Recognizing this emotional hook is step one to regaining control. The payoff arrived not just in dollars, but in clean mental space. Sandra cut her cards, switched to cash and debit, and suddenly the endless hamster wheel stopped. The book calls this the ultimate irony. Sometimes less convenience means more freedom. Remember Karen by the kitchen table, bills like shadows looming. Now you know her secret weapon, clear eyes on debt, a real budget, and breaking credit's grip. You don't need to earn more, just use what you have smarter. Try this tonight, list every debt on one page, no hiding. It's a small step with massive impact. Your new financial story starts here. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.